Dr. Murelle Harrison with the Gardeer Initiative is here with us on the show. We've been talking about having her on for a little while, and we finally get to make that happen. The Gardeer Initiative is a program in the Gardeer area, obviously, that impacts families and specifically young people there. But I'll let you tell everybody. Give me the elevator pitch on the Gardeer Initiative.
The Gardeer Initiative was started in 2006. It was after Katrina, and we had folks that were displaced from the New Orleans area who moved into the community. There was a clash between the 225s and the 504s. And so what the city did was to establish a substation. But then the churches came together and said, let's do something to empower the people. So it's 3.39 square mile area. Right now we have over 13,000 people who are living in that area.
Talk about some of what the program does.
One of the things is that we have community policing. It just so happened that Sheriff Goodrow came into office right about the same time. So he had the idea about community policing, and so we had the privilege of having all of the officers, and it really helped us to establish a relationship with the community. And the churches came together to say, let's do some things. So we established an after-school program for 9 months, and that is from Monday to Thursday. It gives us connection with the children and with the families. We have an 8-week summer program, and that's
what happens at the summer program?
The summer program is for the elementary school children. It's from 9 to 12. We have breakfast and lunch. We have academics and then creative things like arts. We have Line for Line, who comes in, neighborhood arts from LSU. And then we have the highlight is probably 2 weeks of swim lessons at Crawfish Aquatics. Everyone wants that. This past summer we had 80 young people. But then after that we also have from 1 to 3 in the afternoon our middle and high school students. This past summer we were able to have 43 young people with us. And that's what helps to build a community, but it also helps to keep our young people involved. We believe that the idle mind is the devil's workshop, so we just try to keep them busy with something that's very productive.
You know, I think the program is fantastic, but we just spoke in the last segment with Lieutenant McNeely with BRPD and talking about crime. There is a direct correlation between initiatives like yours and a reduction in crime, because you reduce the number of young people who are out, as you say, getting into trouble because, you know, the idle mind, idle hands. And I'd like you to talk about that, because so often I don't think people understand that that investment is not just about crime, it's about keeping them in school so they become employable talent and productive citizens. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. We have an excellent relationship with our schools, so that helps to build, let me say this, is that we have a large Spanish-speaking community. Not one of our children parents speak English. So we are the liaisons between the home and the school. The other component that I failed to mention was BREC. You know, the Hartley Bay Park is our backyard, 14 acres, you can't beat that. But the after school, it helps to build community in terms of the relationship with the children and then with the families. That's what you need in a community.
What do you think the biggest accomplishment has been in the near 20-year period that the initiative has existed?
Reduction in crime. You know, we have a 70% reduction in crime.
Wait a minute, say that one more time.
70%.
7-0?
Yeah, we've had a 70% reduction in crime. We haven't had a homicide this year. And so
wait, I'm allowed to fall off my chair. So, for those of you who've lived here long enough, Gardeer used to be one of those hot spots.
It was.
There was Mall City, and then there was Gardeer.
Gardeer was always in the news.
And you haven't had a homicide this year?
No, we haven't had a homicide this year. That's right.
I'm blown away by that. I think, and you know, it's so interesting because you really don't hear people talk about Gardier the way that they used to.
No, you
that
don't.
is a tremendous accomplishment by your organization. Okay, so what's the one thing left that you haven't accomplished that you hope to accomplish coming up?
Well, let me say this, is that we are looking at sustainability.
There you go.
Because now we have funding that keeps us with the units right now.
Yeah.
So we are thinking like in 3 years what's going to happen, because we think that we have to be in the community, and also we need to be tied to the Hartley-Vey Park. So that is what we are striving for, because we know that our families, the city needs Gardier.
Look, I know you have an event coming up in December.
Right.
Before that event, would you come back and talk with us about it?
I would be more than pleased.
70%. They're going to be calling to get you to run for office. Let's talk about Operation Drug Take Back that's taking place this weekend. We'll talk to Dr. Leslie Faulkner with DEA. She'll be here with us next. The great Dr. Harrison. Wow. Thank you so much.